Oh boy. Welcome, welcome, Freya. Hello, Whimsy. I know this is a different time that I'm normally used to streaming, but we're here. We finally are gonna start something different. Convergence episode 1. Is it okay to call it episode 1? Is it okay to call it an episode? It feels so weird, you know? We're just playing some D&D. And I know that's the naming convention for everything. But nothing is, well, I don't know. Yeah, sure. Session 1. Session 1. Maybe we'll do it like that. It'll be session 1. Because everybody says episode 1. I mean, it's kind of episodic. I don't know what I'm talking about. Hello, welcome. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are right now in the world or in a different world. I'm nervous and scared. Thank you guys so very much with the fucking resubs. I know it doesn't make any sound, and going forward, I do want to go ahead and say my chat interactions is going to be pretty minimal. When I am on D&D, I am 100% focused on the people that are here. It's way different. I know. I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for coming in and hanging out for even just a little bit. Thank you so very much for the raid. Oh my goodness. We're gonna be doing something different today. We are gonna be playing some Dungeons and Dragons. It's a little bit late. Imagine playing D&D at 1 a.m. I think that would be a bigger difference. But we are here, and I don't know what else to say. So I mean, let's get into it, right? Let's do it. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop into Discord. Hello.
Yep.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
I'm here. We did it. We're
We're
finally, after months and months and even more months of saying that we were going to be playing some D&D. We finally made it.
We are here.
Yes. Welcome in, Toro. Welcome. I am, as full disclaimer here, I am extremely nervous. I don't know why. I guess it's my nerves are getting to me because this is something new. I'm also here, not cult leader. Oh, thank you so very much. I appreciate you guys. I hope if you stick around, you have as much fun as I hope to have, and everybody here. But oh my god, Whimsy, you stop that.
I don't know what you're talking about.
For those that want to know who I am playing with, we'll go ahead and just give like a simple introduction. We'll go down the list. Bam, tell us about yourself, who you are, where they can find you.
Well, I'm Bam Scout. I am mostly found at Twitch TV/Bam Scout. I mostly play, Dungeons and Dragons lately, but other like tactical team fighting games like TFT, or I also play ARC survival games or 7 Days to Die, that kind of stuff. But yeah, mostly at Twitch TV/Bam Scout.
Awesome. And Whimsy, is there any place that you want people to find you?
Well, similarly, I can be found on Twitch here with Serious_Whimsy. We do D&D on Fridays and miscellaneous games at other times whenever we seem to find time.
True. And last but not least, Quest. Is there any... I know you used to stream, you don't anymore. Is there anything you would like to tell the people before we go? Any place they can find you, things that you can do? Anything noteworthy?
Wherever there is a debate to be had or a fight to be fought, you can find me there.
Yes.
I probably will stream again at some point, but
Hell yeah.
it's not worth mentioning my channel at this point. So
It's okay, because they can find it all down.
guys.
Yeah, no, they'll find it all down in the panels below. If you guys click on the panel where it says Convergence, you can find character sheets. You'll be able to find links to all of the things that we use, from music to the art, whoever does it. Obviously, it's serious, Whimsy.
I don't know what you're talking about, man. That's fake news.
And welcome in, Multigrain Man. How are you today? Use your voice hole. Yes, yes. Exactly. Anyways, without further ado, we're going to go ahead and start this off. Are we all ready?
Theoretically.
As ready as I'm going to be.
Well, I don't remember my password for Convergence. I thought I knew it.
Oh no!
Oh no, okay.
What a start today.
Well, all right. It might be 1, 2, 3, 4.
Or potato.
Here, let's see. I'll change it real quick. Well, you think that we prepare for every thing that may happen. Do you it was not the same as Sippy? The Sippy League?
I thought it was.
And it's not. Oh,
Hang on.
Okay.
Ruh-roh.
Hang on.
I'm changing it anyways.
Sorry, Multigrain, we did not prepare for such an eventuality.
No.
Well, shit, as they would say.
This is fine. This is completely okay. Before we start, it's okay.
Oh god.
There we go. Go ahead and right there. That is it. See if that works.
Excellent. Then you were prepared,
It does.
Multigrain Man.
Okay, cool.
You were prepared more than we.
Yeah.
Follow-up question.
Yes.
So I know we've been waiting for this for a long time.
7 years, yeah.
Yeah. You want a rain check or?
Yeah, I was thinking about calling it. We'll just pick it up next week.
Let's just.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
I'll see you guys next week.
Guys, alright, get your fucking stream going.
It's been a good stream, everybody. All right.
Yeah, it's been a solid 10 minutes. Yeah.
So,
How'd you like the teaser?
yeah, exactly.
Fuck
Anyways,
this shit.
no, we are not postponing anymore. We are fine. So, with that, are we ready?
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Stretched across a once lush field, a barren wasteland lays before Vic 32. Stripped of all life, in the name of science, the island of Hyphros had seen better days. The desert glider breaks through the sandstorm, and Purneos, the city of gears, comes into view. A shell of its former self, she stands as a stark reminder of man's desire for power in a world not governed by balance. Vic was done with Purneos, or so he thought. His peaceful time in Haganath came to an end when a message over the Tetherline played in the skies above. A Theron Credulo was looking for remnants of the EbonGuard, a highly advanced, specialized warforge designed for one purpose: control. Centuries pass. Vic found himself once again returning home. The glider sailed past thousands of tents and makeshift shelters long past their temporary nature, and through the gates leading into Purneos. Pulling into the depot, the glider settled, and everyone started to pile out of their cabins. The speakers come to life and say, "Thank you for choosing the Navigare, the most luxurious way to travel. Please check for all belongings before exiting the vessel, and have a wonderful stay here in Purneos." The station was alive with activity. Travelers exit their platforms into the station proper. Vendors lining the paths selling goods, jewelry, food, and all kinds of tat you'd expect at a tourist destination. Without much direction, you stood there and surveyed your surroundings. It's been a long time since you've been in Purneos. Things have changed. People, well, some of them stay the same. But with that, you hear the sounds of the station as you stand around. What are you doing?
Vic is going to, I guess, the area that he's in, I imagine it is at least similar to the way that he left, although probably more people, more buildings, taller buildings kind of thing.
Somewhat.
He knows who he needs to find, but not necessarily where to find them or who they really are. So I think he would start by finding what used to be the Saxum home or the Credulo home.
Okay. From your knowledge, you would know that most of the nobles would reside in the Varlian Pillars, or the Pillars of Wealth, to some, the center of town.
So he'll head towards the center of town then, because he wants to survey where he's looking for first before finding information about who beckoned him here.
Okay. You exit the depot, and things are not as they once were. The streets don't line up anymore, knowing that each district moves and changes in some way. They have halted in awkward positions. The gears that shook and moved to the city have seized to the sands of time. It's a little harder to navigate. Go ahead and make me 2 checks. Make me a survival check and a history check.
I can certainly do that. So survival is going to be a 14. And history, only a 7.
Your vague recollection of the city streets has put you at a disadvantage. You're so used to a slower lifestyle now, given your history with Purneos and your longtime home of Haganath. A lot of this does not strike much memory to you. Though, how hard is it to find the center of a city, right? You can see it. You can see the stone walls that are carved in ornate structures and almost these makeshift walkways and paths line up. You knew that these pillars of society literally moved and shifted according to a family's standing. So they've been stationary for some time. Scaffolding or permanent scaffolding had been set up so people can still remain and enter these estates that were always so revered. You make your way through the shopping districts, but nothing really guides you in the right direction. You're there, but the streets start to get a little mangled as you're going.
Do I pass any or many Warforged?
The ones that remain here, yes, there's still quite a bit that remain, but all different manner. Go ahead and roll me a perception check.
Sure. Ooh, 22.
In the lower rings of Purneos, you do manage to walk by a group of guards, one of which was Warforged, followed by, or at least flanked on either side, an elven gentleman and an orc.
I'm at the center of the city here and whatnot already. Okay. Sorry, and you said that I wouldn't know which of these buildings per se is the one that I'm looking for, I guess.
With your history check, you've heard of
Right.
the Credulo family, but nothing. You don't remember their estate, if they even had one. Obviously, if they were part of Runia Saxum, they would most likely have some connection with the nobles, but nothing comes to mind.
I'll approach the orcish man.
Okay.
So excuse me, I heard there was somebody looking for information about the EbonGuard. Where I could find him.
Oh, you're talking about Theron Credulo?
Yes, I believe that was the name.
You can head to any of the Tetherline stations and send in a request. Call operator and they'll get you in contact.
I see. Out of curiosity, what do you know of this Credulo fellow?
That crackpot. He's a bit of an eccentric. He spends most of his time up in his estate, probably mutilating himself. To be fair, making robots, more automata.
Is that what he plans to do with these EbonGuard?
The hells if I know.
I see. Right. Well, thank you. I'll find the nearest tether. Where? Looking around, this is a much larger city than I remember. Where are the tethers?
One of the Tetherline stations. If you follow this street down about 10 minutes, you'll be able to get it. It's a giant sign, neon lights. You'll be able to find it.
Right. Thank you. I'll do just that. I'll before I leave him and go towards this bright neon sign, I guess I'll look around, see if anybody's paying any closer attention than I would like, I guess. Anyone paying particular attention to me?
Roll a perception check.
Sure. Oh, god damn it. 9.
At your vantage point, no. Except the Warforged glances at you. And you see his eyes light up slightly, kind of strobe and blink.
Interesting. I'll go to him first, actually.
He's one of the guards standing right next to the orc.
Yeah. I'll approach and look him in his eyes, I suppose.
Okay.
I couldn't help but notice your attention shift. Something I can help you with.
He looks at you, not portraying any emotion, staying fairly stationary. So you're looking for the EbonGuard.
Yes, the message seems to have been portrayed all across. I happened to catch one of the messages.
Are you sure?
Am I sure of what?
Well, he looks you up and down. Just a hunch.
Insight check.
Go ahead.
Okay, 18. I assume I know why he's mentioning it, but I want to know if
his body posture doesn't change. I mean, being Warforged yourself,
Mm-hmm.
the blinking lights, the calculations behind the eyes. You get a sense that he might know beyond your plating.
Right. Okay. Right. As enlightening as this conversation was, that's something to find. I'll turn and go towards the tether lines.
Stay out of trouble.
Same to you.
He turns to his companions, gives them a nudge, and they make their way down the street.
They make their way down the street, like following me?
No, away from you.
Away from me? Oh.
Yeah, it was the 3 guards. They were pathing, so.
Oh, I guess.
They were making their rounds.
Okay. I thought they were like stationed somewhere. It is. Okay. All right. Yeah. Off to the tether then.
Okay. 10 minutes go by, and the streets you once saw have changed significantly. Time has not been kind to Purneos. I mean, it was even when you were leaving and all of the times you made back beyond the walls, the decay has stricken this land. But it seems as though through all of the decay, there has been a facade put forth. Some of the old buildings made anew, and new buildings that you are unfamiliar with. Skyscrapers, giant steel structures, and stone towering over most of the things that you once knew Purneos. Eventually you make it to one of the stations that in a vibrant blue glow you can hear it buzzing with electricity, saying Tetherline Station. Several people standing around, few standing in line, others along the walls within these like small booths with wooden dividers between each of them. Seems as though you can hear the voices of people talking to others on the other side of the line.
I'd like to listen and see if I can hear anybody else talking about them knowing about the EbonGuard.
Okay, go ahead and make me a perception check.
God damn it. 8.
Nothing stands out. Random conversations, but nothing of that nature.
Okay. Do there seem to be like attendants here, or like someone to assist the newcomers?
Those that are standing in line, there is a front desk.
Okay. Although this would be similar, I suppose, although probably larger than the one that was in Haganeth, correct?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
You know that the Tetherline station in Haganeth, there is only one, and it is in the center of town.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
In the Clockwork Inn.
Right. I'm looking for a specific line, I suppose. So I guess I'll go to one of the desks.
Okay.
Kind of as not intimidating as I can be, given what I look like. I guess I'll kind of just stand at the desk and just look down at whoever's there.
Okay.
Was told to find a specific line for I believe it was Theron Credulo.
And your eyes are met with a small half-elven woman, black hair tied into like a French braid down her back, very proper, thin. Oh, the Credulo hotline. Sure. If you want to make your way over to booth number 13, I'll go ahead and patch you through.
I just kind of give it a nod and look around for the number 13.
Okay. It's numerical, pretty easy to find.
Yep.
Okay, you make your way. You pick up the receiver and you listen to the dial tones. The whirring of machines on the other end, the white noise that comes through. Eventually, you hear a voice on the other end. You've contacted the Credulo hotline. How can I help you?
Yes, I was told to reach out here for anyone asking for anybody that has information about the EbonGuard units.
Oh, yes. If we can go ahead and get some contact information. What information do you might have for us today? You can hear some shuffling of paper through the line.
Ooh. I'm. Oh God, how do I want to phrase this? Hold up. I believe the information that I have would be better suited for Credulo himself. I was hoping that you might be able to tell me where to find him.
Well, unfortunately, that is a bit confidential, seeing as Theron Credulo was expressly against meeting in person unless we have information that is validated by meeting in person. So, if you want to convey something of sorts so we can get some type of urgency, I can pass it along. Can I have your name, please?
For the time being, you may my name is just V for now.
Oh, okay.
You must understand that I have my own credentials I need to protect, as the information that I have is potentially sensitive, if that helps get Credulo's attention.
So you're not giving me much to go on. V, was it?
V, yes.
I mean, none of this is anything that I would be able to relay in any sort of urgent manner, so if you could possibly give us more.
I suppose you could say I have... Let's see here. How can I phrase this? Hold on. I don't want them to know. Because I don't know what he wants yet. I suppose you could say I have personal experience with someone that I believe used to be one of these EbonGuard.
Oh, really? Now that does change things a bit, Mr. V. As to the whereabouts, is that something that you could provide?
Again, I would rather not, as that would be information that I believe Credulo would like to hear himself, no?
Well, you see, Credulo is very busy most of the time. I don't think... I mean, I will get penalized if I bring this information and it comes to nothing. You're gonna need to give me something more before I escalate this.
It would help on my end, I suppose, if I knew what he wished to do with this information. You see, I don't want my friend to be hunted, so to speak. So if you have information on what the purpose of his search is, that might help.
Well,
ease my end.
As Theron Credulo stated, he is a collector of sorts. He is looking for, and as you should know, looking to collect these relics of the past. The EbonGuard are highly sought after in his eyes, so he is paying good money to those that can give him what he wants.
So it's just for collection purposes?
As stated by Credulo himself, yes.
I see. If it helps get his attention, the unit I'm speaking of is operational and very much under his own volition.
Operational?
Indeed.
Now this changes things greatly. This is something that we can work with, Mr. V. By any chance, is there...
I can contact him directly if Credulo would like to meet, but I need to know what Credulo wants with him.
Well, that would be something that you would have to talk to Credulo himself, but I am going out on a limb for you here, Mr. V. I can set up a meeting within the hour.
That would be much appreciated.
If you can and will you please stay at your current location? We do have you marked down at the Tetherline station in the downtown marketplace. Do we not?
I look around. I believe that's where I am currently, yes.
As you look around, there are several people looking at you.
Of course they are. Of course they are. Yeah.
If
Not
you'll,
exactly quiet, so...
If you'll have a moment, I will go ahead and convey this to Theron himself. We'll go ahead and take that care of it. Please make sure that you are by your station. We will have a call ready for you within an hour. Sit tight, please, Mr. V.
Understood.
All right, and with that, you do hear just a little bit of elevator music as they put you on hold. But before we continue, oh my goodness, a massive effect. Welcome, Raiders. I know this is it's pulling it out a little bit, but I really do want to say thank you guys so very much for coming in. For anybody that is still here after the raid, thank you so very much for coming in. This is the very first episode of Convergence. I hope what you are hearing, you enjoy. If you are sticking around, Johnny Too Dope, thank you so very much for the follow. I really do appreciate it, but we're going to go ahead and get back into it. Moments pass. And you hear on the line, he clicks in every once in a while. Mr. V, you're still here, correct? Hello, Mr. V?
Yes. Yeah. Sorry. Yes. Hi. I'm still here.
All right. Great news. We caught Theron at a perfect time. He seems very, very interested. It will be within 20 minutes if you can sit patiently.
As patiently as I can.
Alrighty. Please hold. He puts you on hold, and once again, the elevator music returns.
Are people still eyeing me here?
Go ahead and roll a perception check.
I just had it open. God damn it, 6.
You're not 100% sure. Maybe the anticipation of meeting this unknown variable has you on edge in some way. Maybe it's hitting your nerves a little bit too hard. But you're not really focused on that. You keep looking back at the door, the glass front, and just people pathing across.
Mm-hmm.
So you sit there in the tether station. In the
I
meantime,
think
go ahead.
at some point, if it's like the conversation over then, or like, am I still on hold?
Oh, he'll pop in and just make small talk just to make sure that you're still there.
Okay. After like the second time or so he's done this, because yeah, I mean the nerves definitely would be getting to Vic, even Vic as he is. So I think once it comes close to the 20-minute mark when he said that he'd be here, Vic would hang up this line and move to a inconspicuous enough point that he can still see who comes. Can't really hide very well, but I guess he would. I know I can certainly try. I know, but I think he would not intentionally hide, just kind of blend in with, as well as he can, anyways, with the other people in this tether station, just to see if he can spot who's coming to look for him.
Okay. So within the 20-minute, you're gonna hang up. Got it. Okay.
Yes. Yeah. Once it gets close to the time that he said that he would be here. So.
Alrighty. Meanwhile, Medea, Kaylin.
Hello.
You hear that the estate that you are in currently is in a buzz, and you can hear the whirring of the automata, the butlers and the assistants that Credulo has throughout his house. A couple have flood into the little gate that they roll through to get access to your rooms. Both, since you are in different rooms, you hear, I don't know, there is pressing matters. If I can have both of your audiences here, if you can head to my office, there is exciting news and development. I promise there's no poking and prodding right now. But this is of the most urgent matter, so please head to my office immediately.
Kaylin will head to Medea's room.
Yeah. So, I'm assuming as Kaylin walks in, you'd see Medea definitely not getting ready to go over there. It's like, are you sure? Are you sure he's actually not going to be doing any tests this time?
I don't know. I was gonna see what you thought, and perhaps we could go together.
Okay. But if he tries to poke me with anything, she kind of pulls out one of her little torches, like I'll boop him back.
I think that's fair. I wouldn't blame you.
Okay, let's go.
Alrighty.
I guess, yeah, we'll make our way.
So you make your way through the estate, out your rooms. Is there anything that you would like to get? Make sure that you have on your person. Is there anything that specifics that you want?
My usual stuff. Like, honestly, everything I've got is pretty much a pick up and go, as I've been used to the not staying in one place too long. But yeah, what about yourself,
Yeah,
Kaylin?
If it's an urgent development, I probably would have grabbed my pack with everything in it and come along.
Got it.
Making sure to bring my spider too.
Alrighty. So, you make your way through. Most of the automata move out of your way, and you know the way. You head down the lift and into his office. The door already open, and you see as Theron is pulling some objects off the bookshelf that he has on the side. This giant mahogany cabinet that he has, just throwing various devices in a bag. He has his walking feet on today, not his climbing legs. You've made it. Okay, perfect. That was faster than I thought.
I have not entered the room. I kind of just peeked around the corner.
Come, get in here. We're going to make haste. We're going to get out of here. There's something developing, and I feel it. There's something magnificent about to happen. Do you feel it?
Kind of look up and down, look to Kaylin, look back to them. I feel relatively normal.
Halen also looks up and down, sort of pats himself down a bit. I don't feel anything.
What do you mean? The atmosphere is abuzz with excitement. He doesn't explain anything. He is just ruffling through a whole bunch of stuff. You hear him dropping some things. He pulls something from his drawer in the back of his desk. He closes it quickly, and you just hear a poof. I don't need that. Okay. Yes, right. I know I told you to sit around as things died down, given what had happened in the prior weeks, a tragedy, yes, and everything. But I think that we have good news.
What would be this news?
A live specimen.
Okay, I think we're gonna need a little more information than just live specimen.
We were talking about, remember the whole, and he points to his room, the doors open, or the panels slide by, and you see the rows of the EbonGuard. There is a live one, or at least that's what they're saying. Now, if eyewitnesses also confirm what the hotline has stated, this might be the real deal.
Interesting. Okay. I'm on board. I'm good to get out of here for a little bit. How about yourself, Kaylin?
Yeah. Will we get to meet this construct?
I mean, I hope so, if sources say that it's real. From what I've heard from many accounts, they're saying that he looks a bit strange, not the same armor. Walking around in something like this would probably cause a bit of a ruckus, but they're saying that he's, with size and structure of his frame, this might be the one. And Caitlin, if you're lucky enough, you might be there as we take a look inside. Wouldn't that be fun?
Hey, we're taking a look. No. But it is living.
Well, okay, the core is living, but the frame is a construct. Different things. We're not going to break his core. We're not going to kill him.
Good.
We're just going to prod around to find. See, there's less poking and prodding of you and more poking and prodding of him.
But it's still poking and prodding of others.
You're gonna ask him first, right?
Yeah.
Yes, we're going to ask him.
Okay, good.
All right. Well, if we got everything, I have my legs. You have everything. You have your legs. Oh yes, so just don't come off. Let us be off then.
Yes, I would like to keep my legs on, please.
Are you sure about that? Well, we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that another time.
Oh God, no.
We'll talk about that another time. I'm telling you, you don't understand. When you get a few more feet under your feet, it's marvelous. Your stride increases. You can make more. You cover more distance.
No, thank you. I'm good.
Oh my God. All right. Well, topic for another time. Well, in his haste, he gathers his things, his satchel full of objects. You make your way back to the garage that you once rolled in. He slides onto the vehicle, his top half, and his legs walk to the back as they attach like a bumper. He pretty much turns the body around on this, bearing system. The wheel itself, instead of the car or him backing out, the car simply just moves backwards with the wheel and him turning around. The seat's now occupied by you. You make your way through the town and back out of the Varlian pillars into the markets. It takes about 10 minutes as the traffic that you normally would hit is lessened. Seems as though many of the guards are redirecting most of the traffic, as he is now priority moving through the city. Vic.
Mm-hmm.
As you hang up, or before you hang up, you can hear as a commotion is stirring outside. The sounds of the city coming to life, and more people are gathering around.
Okay, great. So he'll hang up and look around for I guess a group of people that is not focused on him, that's more preoccupied with what's happening outside. And he'll try to merge himself in with that group as best as he can.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a perception check.
Sure.
Just to see if you can gauge the crowd.
Yeah, that tracks. 8.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
You try to pull into the crowd as discreetly as possible.
Mm-hmm.
You're not sure how well you're doing, but you start to hear the chatter. You start to hear a few things. Nothing that stands out. You do hear a few things
kind of like
EbonGuard.
quietly joins in the chatter. Yeah, he kind of joins. Is there an EbonGuard around? Just like quietly.
Go ahead, roll me a deception check.
Oh, this is gonna go so well. Oh, okay, 17.
Okay. All right. one of them turns to you. Yeah, there was some talk of EbonGuard, and they said that Credulo had found one. Said that was over here, and he was heading this way. Most people didn't even know that they still existed, and everybody thought that Credulo was crazy. All of the old frames were destroyed, and the cores were lost to time. I mean,
Fascinating.
It was a big history. A lot of us don't even know. We grew up not really knowing any of that.
I mean, we've all heard of that, but imagine seeing one.
Well, I mean, some of you, and he turns to you. I'm like, I mean, you were there, right? You dealt with that.
I've dealt with many things.
Yeah, but and he kind of like looks up and down. You were there, right? You were in Purneos when it happened. Or did you come? I mean, I don't mean to assume anything. Unless you're younger than that. I mean, you do have really nice armor. The plating on it is great work. He just kind of hushes up and he just kind of turns to himself.
Ignore his question and just continue looking outside.
Yeah, he's very uncomfortable. He made himself uncomfortable. He's trying not to be like offensive, and he's like, maybe I said too. All right.
Yeah, makes sense. Okay.
But things go quiet, and everything hushes as you eventually see, are you staying in this crowd?
If I believe that I am within people that don't know who I am, yes.
Go ahead and roll me one more perception check. Because this is a general, I'm searching over the crowd.
Oh shit, 23.
Oh, during this conversation, several moved in and listening.
It was probably that. Imagine seeing one in real life. It was probably that got their attention.
Possibly.
Okay,
but there are a few individuals with their attention completely traced onto you.
Great. Okay. In that case, no. I would try to move through the crowd. Where would I go? Does there appear to be... No, that won't work either. Nah, fuck it. I'll stay in the crowd.
Okay.
I mean,
Let
is there
them
any,
look.
you could try blending into any trees nearby.
No, I don't think that'll... I mean, I'm indoors, so...
It'll be about as effective as hiding in with a crowd of humans or humans.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I'll just clock which ones are paying attention to me and try to move away from them as best as I can, but staying within the crowd.
Okay. Go ahead and roll an investigation.
Sure. Yep. 3.
You look back at the streets, see the crowd gathering. It's not like parade level of gathering, but there are clusters of people. You turn back, and those once looking at you, specifically you, are nowhere to be found.
Great. Yeah, I guess just watching for whoever is coming. And waiting for them to show. That's all that I can really do at this point. Just wait.
Okay. And wait you do. You stay in the crowd.
Mm-hmm.
Time goes by. And eventually you can hear a bit of a ruckus from down the street. From your height, there are still that are taller than you. given the nature of this area. A lot of orc that tower over you in some cases. But you do manage to get just a glimpse of it down the street. A vehicle coming in with two interesting individuals. Horned creatures that you've very rarely come into contact with.
Okay.
At that point, you do hear just a voice coming from behind you. It's you, isn't it?
I don't fully turn, but I like kind of angle my head down, so I'm kind of talking to him. Who are you?
Never you mind that. Are you sure you're willing to trust Theron Credulo with your life?
No.
And what are you doing standing around?
Where else is there to go?
What are you trying to accomplish here, then?
Find his reasons. Ensure history does not repeat itself.
And you think you're gonna find that with Theron?
He is the one searching for them, is he not?
I can tell you right now that he's not trying to rewrite. He's trying to rewrite history. Not repeat it. Again, I ask you, are you willing to risk that?
Not in his hands. I turn and face whoever's talking to me.
And you see a very furry individual. His mutton chop sideburns kind of scraggly out, wearing a tan trench coat. And a fairly wide-brimmed, be it disheveled, hat atop his head. He looks up at you and you see these golden rings around his eyes. One a little less humanoid and more mechanical in nature. You have two choices. You either stand here and you see this through, or you come along with me and I'll tell you some more.
This is why we split the party.
The party yet, bruh.
And the party never got together yet, so fuck. Oh, God damn it.
Oh, here he comes.
I don't like this guy any better, honestly. But like you said he's just furry as shit and one mechanical eye.
Mm-hmm. Very kind of pepper hair down his facial, like his mutton chops are just dotted with gray and white. Mainly brown, though. Looks like he's getting on in age.
Perception check.
Or either perception or insight.
Depends upon what you're looking for.
I want to know if this guy's trustworthy.
Go ahead and roll an insight check.
15.
Seems as trustworthy as a stranger coming up behind you, talking cryptic sentences. As trustworthy as one can be. We have a dozen people watching you. I'm sure they're going to follow you as well.
Do you have a way for us to get out of here?
I'm a bit slippery, yes.
look back towards the entrance. Fuck. This is why I wanted to find information beforehand anyways. So this is why I'm here. Let's go then.
Wordlessly, he turns to you. He pulls his cap down. Follow me. And you stand about 1.5 feet taller. He's not very tall, but he's not like super short as well. He's about 5 feet 5.
Mm-hmm.
You follow him out, and several eyes are trained on you. As the vehicle pulls through, you see it turn into the opposite parking lot across from the Tetherline station. You dip down an alley. He tips his hat. He's like, "Are you ready? Once we turn, we run."
And run we shall.
He flicks his finger, and both of you go invisible. Though
Okay.
you can still see an outline of him.
Mm-hmm.
In that time, I want both Medea and Kaylin. Go ahead and make me that perception check, please.
You mean fail your perception check? Of course.
No, that's my job apparently.
Oh, shit. There you go. Hey!
Unfortunately, it was not enough.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? Vic,
I was gonna say,
make me a
do you
stealth
want?
check.
With advantage because I'm invisible or not?
This is before you go
Before.
invisible. This is as you are stepping out and about to round the
Yeah.
corner. Because this is simultaneous.
Hey.
17.
17 is good. So, Medea and Kaylin, you find yourself distracted in some way. The crowd gathering, you're not 100% sure why this is such a big deal, but there are interested parties, and Theron Credulo being the priority in this. Never really explained why he was so interested in these artifacts from history long gone. But you see nothing. Vic, you do, before you round the corner, you do see this individual with this brass, driving the car. This brass plate along the right side of his face. A singular monocle kind of like adjusting back and forth, kind of like the lens of a camera. As he pulls in, you dip into the shadows and you go invisible. You can see the outline of the individual before, and you start running. Kaylin, go ahead.
Just to flavor a bit, Kaylin would, upon arriving at the destination while she's trying to search for Vic, he would sort of nudge at her and say, "There's an awful lot of people out there."
Yeah, she says,
not
not
sure.
really stepping out.
Not sure I want to go out and mix amongst them.
I'm in a similar situation there, my friend. I think I might just stay above them. Get an vantage point, yes. So I'm gonna fly. Yes, nope.
Theron turns around. He's like, "Wait, where are you going? What if?
Looking.
Look, do you even know what you're looking for?"
No.
All right, go. Come, Kaylin. Let's go find our EbonGuard.
Can I Can I just stay in the car? There's a lot of people.
Wait, people, what are you talking about? There's hardly anyone around. And as he says that, there are several dozen people just kind of looking in your direction as Medea flies up into the sky amongst these skyscrapers. And some of them are trained on her, and others are looking at you. Several are gawking and just kind of whispering amongst themselves.
I think some of them are staring at me.
Oh, what are you talking about? No one is staring at you. A lot of them are staring at you. Come, they're probably excited as I am about this revelation that there's a live EbonGuard. We don't get too much news like that. I think you're worrying about nothing.
Kalen sighs and reluctantly moves to follow him with his head very much down. Trying to not make eye contact with anyone.
He pats your shoulder, just so unknowing about this the situation around him. He's almost like unaware of the crowd at this point. You do see as the vehicle comes to a halt and his feet detach from the bumper, and he slides himself onto the top where it attaches at the waist. All right, well, we're heading into the Tetherline station, see what anyone says. Come. Medea, just look around or something. I don't know. Do you see anything?
Do I see anything?
Go ahead and roll me a perception check.
Roger that. Well, I see some buildings.
With this, though, you managed to make it, Vic, you managed to make it a few, maybe like 150 feet away before you see as the individual in front of you rounds the corner, but at that time, the invisibility falls off. I need you to make one more stealth check with disadvantage because you are in full sprint at this point.
Great. Okay. Oh, shit. 17.
Jeez.
Wow. Wowee wow. Okay.
17 and a 14. Let's go.
Medea, you see nothing as you round the corner. However, Vic, make a perception check.
Okay. Fucking fuck sticks. Sorry.
You make your last turn around the corner as you leave the giant crowd, or at least the modest crowd behind. Medea, you see nothing.
The person I was following is no longer there.
You were following him.
What?
You were chasing the small individual.
Yeah. And he's no longer there?
Oh, he's there.
Oh, okay.
You see him, but you leave the crowd behind.
Okay.
As you are running away down these alleys.
Mm-hmm.
Medea, you see nothing, and Kaelin walking alongside Theron Credulo. Several individuals walk up to him. One large gentleman, bald head, grayish toned skin. Another orc. And a halfling female. The orc turns and you hear him say something, trying in hushed tones to Credulo. They ran. He headed out with an unknown individual. We have a few tailing him. Well, that's not convenient at all. I'm sorry, sir. Seems as though there's other... Of course there's other interested people. You know, that's not what I was... Whatever. So what do you want us to do? Find him, I guess. And they just kind of sit there awkwardly looking at each other for a moment. Credulo giving no indication, like, how to end conversations with people. Ignoring him, he just kind of turns to Kaylin. Well, this was a waste. Huh. Alright, well. That's unfortunate. Medea, turns out it was a false alarm. If you want to come down, we can head back home now.
What?
Come down here, please.
Coming. She'll make her way back.
All right. Well, this was annoying. Why would somebody sit there and say, "Oh, well, we have an EbonGuard alive"? I will have a word with him.
I mean, but it could be nerves. You never know. Like, meeting new people's hard. Is that very hard?
He ignores that. I just... All right, whatever. Let's... all right. Fine. It's fine. Let's go. And he already puts himself onto the car. Are you coming? We have experiments to run.
But, oh. Okay.
Can I do one final perception check?
Sure. What are you trying to glean?
At hearing that we've sort of lost the chance to see this live construct, Caitlin is actually gonna, look up and take a decent look around and see if he can see anything that looks like the armor that he saw in Credulo's room, or
Okay.
any construct really.
For this, because you were looking down and just not really for this area, go ahead and roll me a perception check with disadvantage.
Okay.
Ooh. Yikes. Both of them were bad.
Dice just want to bring the party together.
Yeah. They're just like, no. No.
This checks out.
You see the crowds disperse. And you thought you might have seen something, but it's just a pigeon. Defeated. I guess the only option is going back to Theron in his car. He pats the chair next to him. Come, let's go. We have experiments to run. Can't waste today.
Oh. Reluctantly, I'll enter the vehicle.
Oh,
Still not used to this thing.
come now. It's not that bad. It's not that bad.
It's not pokey this time.
Oh no, it will be, but
Oh.
The vehicle is much more comfortable for Kalen than the crowds of people, so he will very, very easily hop in.
alrighty. So you both make your way with Theron back to his estate. Vic, you are running through the streets, following an individual you have no idea their name or anything. Did he see? Yes. Sorry, I read the chat. I need you to make me a dexterity. Just make me acrobatics check as several crates before you and the individual ahead of you fall over. As now you're seeing a couple people from other alleys run out. There are several people following you. All right.
Acrobatics at 18, yeah.
Yeah, you jump over it and you are making a beeline, just straight running. This long alleyway dips and moves, but you are on a straightaway. Things are getting dark because the areas that you are moving is sloping down. You are moving down into the tunnels beneath these districts. They're not off your tail though. You see him. He as he's running through and trying to push through his out of breath, He's like, we're gonna make this turn right here. Let's go. And he just rounds the corner. You see him grab the pole, and he slides and skids, makes a left. Several people run along with you. You see 4 individuals behind you. 3 of them fall down. 1 is still on your tail. For this, I need you to go ahead and make me a dexterity saving throw, as you are slowly getting you're getting tired and you're the energy is running from your body.
I'll also call out to this guy that I'm following. We've got a tail still. Fuck. 6.
Oof. You slip as the individual in front of you kind of slows down and catch. We don't have time for this. Let's go. In that time, the 1 turns back into 2 as one more follows behind. There are 2 on your tail. Go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw as you are now making several dips and bobs. You see as one of the grates open up and you make steps down into this, what looks to be a hatch under one of the houses. You manage to make it without any problem. Let me go ahead and roll here, please. Oof. In that moment, you see as the individual turns and he pulls something from his pocket, and this small spherical orb tosses it, opens, you can hear it. It's both halves of the sphere start to spin open. As they pull apart, you see this viscous liquid react immediately as it hits the air. It turns from a faint blue to a crimson red as it explodes behind you, causing rubble and the doors to collapse in on the doorway that you went down. He's like, come on, let's go. You make your way through the hallways eventually, making through several of these doorways along the way. You have no recollection of where you're going, but eventually it gets quiet. The light above you that you once saw topside is no more. You're in the back alleys, the darkness under the maintenance areas of Purneos that have succumbed to time. It's dusty, it's grimy, slimy, but the sounds have settled. Well, that was fun.
That's one word for it. Now, who are you?
Kind of stays quiet for a moment, just looking you up and down. I'll answer your questions. Just... You're EbonGuard. Well, you know. I need you to confirm this for me.
I've trusted them this far. I was called that once, yes. Many years ago.
What's your name?
Wasn't exactly given one. You can call me Vic.
Vic?
Yes, just Vic.
You mean to tell me you took the name of your serial number and expected no one to find you here? You didn't change it at all.
Never needed to until now.
Wait, you were safe. No one sought to find you in any way.
Not until Mr. Whatever that Credulo appeared in the sky. No.
Oh, you're pulling my leg here. There's no way. You might not have been aware. Your kind have been a prized possession for some time. He turns
That's what
and
I'm worried
walks down
about.
the hall. The name's Remy.
Remy.
Just Remy.
Fair.
Come on. There's more to discuss.
Where are we going?
Somewhere safe.
Explanatory as always.
Walls have a way of conveying information that you don't want to get reaching anyone else. You understand?
Also fair. Lead on then.
Wordlessly, you walk through. He just kind of puts his hand in his pocket, pulls a pack of cigarettes out, pops one in his mouth, and he lights it. Faint glow from the go ahead.
I was gonna say, along the way, can I use my magical awareness just to see if I can sense any like magical items and whatnot in the area? Since I don't really know where I am, if there's any magic nearby, it might be useful, I guess.
Okay.
I don't know if I can how do I even use that, but features, I think.
Alrighty.
There we go. Oh, I already used it. There we go. Okay.
You know the location of any spell or magic item within that isn't behind total cover. So it's pretty much like detect magic.
Basically, yeah.
The walls light up. You see these veins running through the stone and the metal of the tunnels that you are walking through. Down below you, there are certain grates in the floor leading into nothing. But you can see the faint glow, now glowing brighter, given what you can see. This flowing liquid that is very similar to what falls from your frame when you find yourself injured. The life essence that runs through your veins also runs through Purneos itself.
All right.
Nothing too much stands out, but there is magic. Even though this city seems to have rotted away, doesn't change the fact that it was built on the premise of magic and science coming together.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But you walk on wordlessly as you follow this individual now known as Remy. With that, we'll go ahead and return to Medea and Caitlin.
Oh, joy.
Things have calmed down, and the ride back was fairly wordless, without a bit of grumbling from Credulo, knowing that he wasted precious time that he could be making something else, figuring something new. But he falls into routine quickly. Turns to you both as you make your way back. Now, his walking feet returning to the wall as the spider mechanism that he's allowed to walk on the catwalks above the observation areas of his estate. Well, turns out that was a waste of my time, but we can't let the rest of the day go to waste, can we?
I mean, it really depends on the day. Like, this kind of day, we've already killed so much time. I mean, maybe we'll just take a break from the experiments.
No, what do you mean? We've been sitting around for over a week, hoping that things would die down. I gave you a bit of respite, refuge from, the dangers of Einsamherz, and, well, might as well dip our toes into some fun stuff, right?
I think our definition of fun and your definition of fun is very different.
And within the week and a half that you spent together, there were a few experiments. It wasn't all just rest and relaxation, as he said. There were a few experiments that knocked you on your ass.
You had to find me first.
Let you down. Oh. I mean, he has a very good way of finding you as the thousands of automata path along. Eyes everywhere. Alright, head over into room 1. We're gonna try something about the same as last time.
Great. Guess we're heading into room 1.
Do we have to? The last time was quite unpleasant.
I mean, you don't have to, but I would prefer you to do so. Plus, you've had free room and board. There's plenty of things. I mean, there's money to be had, right? Would you rather be here, where I can do my thing, or out there, getting nothing, risking your life? Surely there's some benefit to being here.
I mean, we did get those potions last time.
See, look at this. You've been compensated beyond anything. You didn't even come. You were practically unscathed coming back. You weren't even the one that died.
Yeah, I wasn't the one who died. He. It is.
Well, no one told you to poke the nest. It was basically you were playing with bees.
You told us to go to the nest.
Well, go there and observe it. If you could not retrieve what I asked for, then you could have simply left. You do have wings. I've seen you fly around.
Beside the point.
No one told you to stick around. I mean, I appreciate you knowing that the information that you gained from that makes our jobs a little bit easier. Narrowing down who is also interested in this research of mine.
Yeah, what was the dude's name again?
The hobgoblin?
Yeah.
I do believe it was Tellis. Yes, Tellis.
Yeah, he hurts a lot.
Well, then good thing he didn't kill you then.
I suppose let's just get this over with. To be fair, I did get that very handy spider out of it.
See, exactly. This is a win-win. I get to test my products, and you get things that I don't want anymore.
Oh, joy.
Right?
Sure.
Completely sarcasm just over his head. Alright, we're wasting time. Come on. The whole day is almost gone.
Oh.
Get comfortable.
Ready, Kaylin?
I'm ready when you are, Medea.
Alright, let's go.
And
Probably the
this
whole way.
is a very familiar room. It is the office with the very comfy chairs. Things, they would have been comfortable if it weren't for Theron and his experiments that he loves to partake in on your behalf. You settle down, and several of the automata bring in these metal trays with bags, these IV bags, and they hang them on the hooks next to the chairs. Don't worry, nothing crazy's gonna happen. You're just gonna go to sleep, and then we'll see what happens when you wake.
I get this. I'm pretty sure you said that last time.
Yeah, but look, there's other things that could happen, and I want to observe everything. I've done it on myself, and it's completely safe.
How many times? Nope, don't answer. Okay, fine. Don't need to know.
All right. Are you ready?
No. Yes. No.
I need you to be clear on this. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. And on his shoulder, it opens up, and you see as these mechanical wires kind of reach out, insert a needle at the end of the line that goes to the IV, and attach them to one of your veins in your arms. As you sit back, the chair reclines automatically as several of the automata go around. Things become hazy at this point. I'd like you to not resist this one and let it take you. Do you?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I do. You don't have to. You know.
Yeah.
I was
do you
stubborn last
resist?
time. It didn't do anything. Last time I got poked more.
Yeah. So, you don't resist?
No, not this time.
Okie dokie. Is this? Let me see. Where's the one? Is it this one? Yes. Things go blurry and hazy until it hits darkness. Your breathing rhythmic. No, I think it's this one, sorry. There we go. Much better. Very much better. Medea,
Yeah.
your eyes close. They're heavy. You're not sure where you are when you open. Everything seems a haze. Nothing is as vibrant as you're used to. You don't have any sense of really direction, though you can walk. You open your eyes and caves, a cavern is before you. In the far distance, sloping downwards, there's this not perfect spherical, but a sphere that you can find, or as close as you can find into nature, rests in this cavern that had been carved out. Something heavy and big dragging across it.
I guess I'll approach it.
You're just walking straight to it?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm curious.
You look around and you see as veins run through the walls. The colors are muted, and you don't really get too much detail, but you can see them slowly pulse. As you get closer, that faint glow becomes a little more vivid as those veins that you see along the walls meet up in the sphere, in the bottom part of this cavern. It's jagged on the top, and parts of the bottom are crumbling away.
Okay. Are these lines connecting to this thing?
Go ahead and make me a perception check. Actually, make me an investigation check.
Hey, lady. How's a 7 for you?
Things are hazy. Doesn't seem as the vision before you matches. There's a bit of an offset, a double image in your eyes. And you can't really get too much.
Okay. Well, do I have any of my equipment with me?
You look and try to find your pack. Nothing. You look down. Your hands are not your own.
Not this again. Okay. Well, in that case, we've done this song dance once before. I'm gonna look for a rock.
So you're just looking at the rock itself?
Looking for a rock to toss in its general direction.
A rock? You look down and you see just random rocks laying about.
Perfect. I will lob one over.
Okay. You reach down and you grab what you thought was a rock, and as it hits your hand, it distorts. It's fuzzy.
What the?
You toss it, and as it gets out from your hand into the distance, it kind of just fades out, turns into particles, and vanishes.
Okay, this is new. Hold up. There's obviously some sort of magic here, stopping the rock. It's a very powerful rock ahead of me. I kind of get down sort of like a crouch, kind of take a couple steps forward, and it's like, okay, I'm gonna slowly reach out and see if at any point I feel anything with my finger.
Okay.
Not quite touching the rock, but reaching towards it, seeing if I can kind of get to where the rock disappeared without passing.
Oh, you can. This whole area is abuzz with energy, and this is in this place that you are, you haven't been able to really feel or hear anything, but just a soft brown noise hum in your mind.
I do not like that. Okay.
It's almost just a vibration that kind of shakes your very core.
Okay. I guess I'll walk around the rock, see if it's different on the other side.
Okay. You walk around, and that same fuzzy, distorted effect on the rock that you picked up is beyond. The pathway breaks away, and the only solid form that you see is the form of the body that you are currently inhabiting.
Okay, I would not cross where it starts to kind of get fuzzy.
Yeah, it's starting to get static.
Yep, stop them there. Okay, obviously there's very powerful magics right here. Okay. I guess I'll poke some of the veins in the wall.
Okay, make a perception check. Are you walking back, or are you staying in, like, the fuzzy area?
I'm walking back. I was avoiding the fuzzy area.
Okay.
How's a 7 for you?
Not good. Better than a 1, though.
Excellent.
You poke at the veins, and everything just has this, like, fuzz to it that's not really there. But when you poke one of the veins of light, you see just a singular pulse of energy from it run all the way up. As it branches out into hundreds of lines across the wall. It reaches the top. And as it hits the top, it kind of bounces back downward. But
I will
nothing
avoid
happens.
it? Oh, okay. This is a conundrum of epic proportions. Okay, I guess. Evidently, the main source has got to be this rock. And if I poke the rock, maybe more veins will appear. That can't be a bad thing at all. I'm gonna go poke the big rock.
Okay. You walk up to the big rock. This is the first clear picture that you've had. But as you walk up and you reach out to poke, the center of the rock cracks and half of it falls apart, or at least falls to the side, and you can see this vibrant blue glow. The veins running all the way through it.
Ah. I look down at my hand, I look down at this, definitely not my body, and I go, wow, I'm strong like this.
Kind of like cracking open a geode, and instead the veins kind of leak out, and you can see as a faint blue glow starting to pull from under.
Oh, it's pooling. Oh, you said it's blue?
Mm-hmm.
Does it kind of look like, like if you make like a juice with a berry? Or is it glowy? Really, really, really glowy?
Very glowy blue.
Okay, so don't lick it. Got it. I will poke it though now, because I'm really curious about this.
Okay.
Poke the glue.
You poke the liquid, or you poke the rock that's glowing?
The rock that's glowing.
Yeah, I
Apparently
mean,
liquid's
the
coming
rock
from.
was glowing with the veins on the inside as it
Yeah.
cracked open. So what you doing?
I'm poking the rock where the liquid glowy stuff's coming from.
Okay. I need you to make me a death saving throw.
What? How do I do that?
Just go ahead and make me a d20 roll.
This is fine. Well, it wasn't 7.
You can feel your heart at this point. The first time you felt anything outside of here, your breathing becomes ragged.
Oh.
However, you see flashes and colors.
Do I see all the colors?
Oh yeah, you see all of the colors.
Oh.
You have a hard time making any sense of these visions. It's as though a lifetime, 1,000 lifetimes are playing out before you. You're not 100% sure. They all seem to come at once. Thousands of years of information flood you. I need you to make another death saving throw.
Oh, God. I'm glad I didn't drink the glowy stuff. Oh, no. There it is.
The vision fades slightly. You can feel your body starting to waver and distort, like the surrounding area. You look down, and the liquid flowing from this rock is now slowly starting to crystal. I need you to make me another death saving throw.
Oh, this is not good. It's not good. Hello, numbers.
The only thing that you can be certain of is that you're not alone. You don't know what that means. But something is there with you. I need you to make another death saving throw.
Ah!
Oh, you are going through the motions on this one.
Does it have like that?
two voices. You're not sure whose they are. One you're familiar with. Maybe that's just your subconscious talking to you. But it's familiar to you. I need you to make another death save.
Hey! Natural 20.
If you've ever had anything try to take over your mind, that is the very same feeling that you have just experienced as you are jutted from this world. Everything elongates and immediately you come to the adrenaline pumping through your veins. You take a heavy gasp as the sterile white light, the fluorescence above, beam down sharp and stinging in your eyes as you shut them instinctually. Galen, you wake atop a mountain. It's cold. You can feel it, but the skies are clear. There is a fog around, but there is a clear halo at the top of the fog that you can see the sky. You can see Valoria hanging down low without the stars or the lights that you would see on the surface. The sister planet to Zil's. What are you doing?
I guess I would look around first to get a bearing on where I am. Are there, are there any people? Are there any structures? Is there anything that, is here other than just the mountainscape?
Okay, go ahead and roll me a perception check. It's not bad. The area that you're in levels out, and you start to see figures through the fog. You weren't on rough terrain. You were on a part of the mountain that seemed to have had the top cut off cleanly. It's a pretty smooth hewn rock with etchings within it that you can not really make out at the time. But through the fog you see figures standing all around you. No detail can be made out at this time.
Hello? Who's there?
As you speak, it's that sucking sound. Hello? You can hear it echoing. Hello, hello, hello.
Is it my voice that I hear?
Make a perception check. Yours for the first bit. Not the second half.
I'll look down at my body and my hands.
They are your own.
Are the figures moving at all?
Slightly.
Lately, how?
Make me one more perception check. You're not sure if it's the fog that hides the movement, But they shift side to side. Stationary, but their forms seem to shift.
Are there any, those etchings you were talking about, are there any nearby that I can inspect?
Oh yeah, I mean they are like concentric circles. You are in the center of it, and they fan out.
I'd like to see if I can make out what any of them say, or even what language they're in, or anything.
Go ahead and give me a religion check.
Oh,
Nothing comes to mind.
I guess confused, I would begin to walk towards one of the figures, just out towards, away from the center of the circle.
Okay.
Where
As you
am I?
As you take a step from the center point on this platform, somewhere in a mountain, you hear a simple crack as a fracture runs along the length of this stone tablet. Do you keep walking?
I mean, I would pause and I would look at this crack. Is there anything inside it? Is it glowing? Is there lava?
Is
it just the...
very minimal, just a fracture, surface fracture. But it runs in all directions. It seems as though it's running in the directions of the figures, and there's dozens of them dotting the outside of this circle that you are standing in the center of.
Yeah, I'll take another step.
Okay. You take a couple steps. On your third or fourth, another crack. The ground becomes uneven at these lines. You can see a glow from beneath and sparkles being pulled from the sky downward. Do you continue to walk?
Sparkles. I'll look up. Are they coming from anywhere, or are they just in the air and they're just appearing?
Make me a perception check. Looking at the night sky, Valoria, the other planet that has always been there, the two moons that flank it. You can see energy being pulled from whatever vantage point that you have, though things are fuzzy. The main thing that stands out is that you're certain that two moons only exist. Two moons of that circle, the planet that you inhabit. There are 5 in the sky. One seems to have fractured and is now pulling away, almost like a gravitational force has ripped it apart, leaving a trail.
Can I kneel down and inspect where these glowing lights are going to within these cracks.
Go ahead and roll me an investigation.
That was almost a terrible roll.
Think of the bottom of the ocean, but in reverse. Like the lava vents that kick sulfur up. Seems like there's a sucking motion pulling it down into the stone beneath. Though it doesn't look like there's not enough holes that you can see through these rocks. They've slipped and shifted. But like the drift, there's not really much of a gap yet.
Okay, Kalen would pause for a moment here. And he would just think to himself, sort of talking quietly to himself. Okay, what's happening? Only 2 moons. Why are there more? Is this the future? Or maybe the past? There are normally lights, aren't there? Is this magic? And Caitlin would pause for a minute and think. If nothing happens within that minute, then he'll take more action.
Okay. Yeah, just a constant whipping of wind. You can see as the fog around is swirling. In that moment, you can kind of hear echoes, like the hellos now returning from its distance and reflecting back towards you. You think that it's just hellos, but you can hear voices. Dozens of them. Not your own. You can see the figures on the edge of this circle growing larger. You don't know what they're saying. What languages do you speak?
Common and infernal.
Nothing stands out. You're not 100% sure what this language is. But it's getting louder and louder. As that motion downward is pulling more, the wind is whipping, and you can see as the energy from the sky, the atmosphere around you, is sinking in, and the glow from below your feet gets brighter. A vivid red.
Can I do an Arcana check to see if this is indeed magic of some kind?
Yeah, go ahead and roll me an Arcana. Magic, yes. What kind of magic, you're unaware of. This is beyond the realms of what you've been privy to your life, during your life. Nothing stands out, no readings, no history that you've come across has led you to this point. You're not sure what it is, but as that happens, the glow gets vibrant and everything seems to halt. Time freezes as the stone beneath your feet, you feel one of the shelves slip. But it pauses as you stand there, now pulling your feet away from the stone beneath.
I would like to try and take a step back towards the center.
Okay. As you take a step back, the stone that cracked reverses. The fractures become less. And the particles that were being pulled down reverse. Move up.
The figures get smaller again. Me?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I didn't think that came through.
No worries. All right, so using our problem-solving brain, I guess the next thing to do would be try flying upwards.
Okay. As you fly up, the stone seals. All the particles fly back into the sky. You get about 30 feet. The fog clears and you see the figures shrouded by shadow. You get it 60 feet up. And in that moment, you look up at Valoria above. The moons. The once shattered moon, whole again. As you look down, your limbs held by chains, leading out to every platform or figure at the edge of the circles. You sit in the middle, unmoving.
Okay. I would like to go back down to the center.
You try to fly back down, but you are chained. Your arms and your wings are wrapped and bound to your body. You struggle and fight against it, but you cannot move.
Who are you? He would just yell out to his now captors.
You try to yell out. In that moment, you feel your mouth bound by irons wrapping around your face. The chains getting tighter now and digging into your skin.
Can I cast a spell?
You can try.
I'd like to attempt to cast Thunderwave.
Okay. You try to cast. And what are the components of this spell?
Verbal and somatic.
Okay. Given that one of the spell components is not able to be cast, you are bound.
Yeah, I suppose he would just continue to struggle.
Okay. You struggle. You feel the binds digging into your skin. You are now turning into a cocoon, the chains solidifying, and you look to the sky as the moon is now whole. Everything goes dark. And in that very moment when you lose sight of the sky, you see a flash and a shattering of the chains that bind you. Everything goes into motion, but as you hit the tablet or the floor below, it cracks in that instant and you fall through the ground. You look up into the sky. Go ahead and make me a perception check with disadvantage.
Wow.
Frickin' heck, yeah. You're not 100% sure as to what you've seen. But all you do is you catch the very end of wings. As all you hear is the shattering of chains, you fall through the ground below. Fall into darkness. The shattering of the moon above. And you wake up, gasping for air.
And we'll look over to where Medea was when he went under.
Both of you came to at the same time.
Okay. Don't lick the blue stuff. Oh, hi.
What?
Wait, what?
What? Oh, nothing.
That was fast. What happened?
Well, you see, I touched this glowy crystal. I saw all the colors. All the colors. And more.
Wait, what do you mean more?
Well, how would I explain the many years of history, I guess? What exactly did I see?
Dang, go ahead. Roll me a perception with disadvantage, because it was such a flood of information. Like, you are at a point where, which by the way, you have exhaustion, so
That was a 7.
that's pretty fun. Yeah. Sorting through all of the information that hit you at once, you have no clue how to make it. You don't know what to make of it.
It's like there was a story in my head. There was a start. There was an end. I cried a little bit.
Wait, there was an end. You
I won't
cried.
It was an emotional roller coaster of epic proportions, and I don't remember any of it.
How long were you in this place? Or whatever you were seeing?
She looks at her wrist. Probably a few minutes. Maybe 2. Maybe 5. Could be an hour. I don't know.
And Kaylin, you?
I believe it was a few minutes, although it was hard to tell. Time wasn't normal.
Huh, this is Interesting. You were only down for 3 seconds. You closed your eyes and you woke up.
That doesn't sound right.
No, I can show you, and a monitor pulls down from the ceiling. One of the panels opens up, and you see this monitor, and this grainy footage of you taking the IV, closing your eyes, and then jutting directly forward. He didn't even have a chance to move from his position, so you almost hit him and knocked him away.
Oh, that's weird.
Well, you're telling me.
Out of character, what was the name of the sister planet again?
Valoria.
Valoria. Credulo.
Yes?
Did Valoria ever have 5 moons?
Not in recorded history, no.
Five?
Yes, 5?
Yes. Yes. In my dream, or whatever that was, there were 5 moons. One of them shattered.
Shattered? Was it like a
Yes.
sphere? Was it like about? She kind of reaches out with her arms, but about this big.
What?
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 It was a moon, like the ones that are with it now, but
Yeah, a moon would
one I
be
had not seen before.
way larger than what you're trying to propose.
Wow. Okay, because what I saw, there was like a circle thingy with glowy lines. When you poke it, it cracks, and there's a crystal and glowy blue stuff. So I wasn't sure, like.
Credulo starts checking your pulse. Are you sure you're okay?
Are we ever?
You're right.
I was on some sort of mountaintop. There were people or things all around me. Some sort of inscripted circles, and I was in the center.
Go on.
It's hard to describe, but time went forward and backward, and then paused entirely before rushing forward all at once. Some kind of magic drawing. I don't know. Specks of dust or something into the cracks that showed up in the mountain.
Was it glowy and blue?
It glowed red.
Oh. That's
Magic, but
opposite.
it was magic, but I'm not familiar with what kind. The last thing I saw was the mountain opening up, swallowing me whole. I swear I saw and heard wings. Not mine. Something else. Credulo, can you make anything of that?
At this point, you see the one goggle covering his eye that is still on the humanoid side of his face flip over and combine with the one on the right side of his face. I'm having my servants look into it right now, and you see as the eye is like blinking, and several of the automata in the room now leaving. I'll scavenge what I have here in my personal library, but this is beyond the scope of what I imagine to have to look into. It might take some time.
I must ask, what does that substance do?
A lot of things. Most have seen it as a byproduct. A poison of the earth.
I'm sorry, you're putting what in our what?
Are you... No. It's nothing of the sort. Are you familiar of cerulicite?
Am I familiar?
I don't know. Are you?
I don't know. What do I roll for that?
Go ahead and just roll me an Arcana check.
I can fail you that. No problem.
Both of you, go ahead and roll that. Yes. Well.
There you go.
Medea, you're not 100% sure. You might have heard the word, but I don't know. Probably not. Kaylin, cerulicite comes to mind. The crystals in this world. Magic in physical form, tangible magic that you can hold. Cerulicite, that's what it is.
What does cerulicite have to do with all of this?
Well, everything, of course. The way we live our lives now is all thanks to cerulicite. Here in Purneos, our past used it to create everything you see before you. We wouldn't have modern technology if it weren't for cerulicite. It was once refined, well, I mean, it's still refined into Einvium, but the processes are a bit cleaner. You see, there was a byproduct that was created in creating this refined cerulicite, or at least the elements that it broke down into, one being Einvium, the other Verolium.
Have you been putting that in us? Be
Yes and no.
What?
It is a... How can I put this? There are other refinement processes that bring forth other aspects of this Verolium, changing its properties into something more akin to blood.
I'm no doctor, but that doesn't sound healthy.
Are you fine?
I
Because I'm a doctor, so I just wanted to let you know that I'm an actual doctor.
Okay, alright, Doc.
Creator, inventor. On the cusp
Does
of,
it
major discovery of possibly a new element. That's neither here nor there. Sorry, go on.
But is this meant to make us dream? See the past or future?
Well, not sure, considering that this could be but a mere hallucination.
Can confirm I saw many colors.
See? Hallucination. more studying needs to be had before we can come to some kind of conclusion. I'm in the mindset of we should record this and take it at face value.
So that means more tests?
In due time, I would say we should probably space this out a bit. Things get a little bit hazy when more of it is injected, or ingested, or huffed, or other various forms of intake into one's body.
Look at Kaylin.
Though I've never really tested whether if we injected it and then also inhale is a different reaction, or if it's the same if you inject it twice. And he just kind of starts to ramble off, and he starts to write. You see several of things. We'll take a note of that. We can probably try various
Oh my,
ways
look at the
of
time.
ingestion.
I've got a whole lot of nothing planned here for the evening.
Credulo,
Yes.
would you grant me access to your library?
Sure, of course. Why not? You looking for anything? Yeah, I mean, if you do find something that I do not, do share.
Of course.
But I think we might have better resources spent on looking at other local. We do have a few libraries that are still up in operation, and I would recommend we should probably, entertain the idea of making another adventure outside. I think things have died down. Doesn't seem nothing has alert my automata. Things looking for you or finding themselves on our premise, though we do have the sentries that protect ourselves. I'm pretty sure it'll be fine to leave. We did leave today and nothing happened. Nothing bad happened, right?
No.
He starts rambling, and eventually he just kind of walks off.
I think that means we can go. I'm not gonna ask. I'm gonna go. Later, Kaylin. She's gone.
All right.
See you.
So, Credulo walks away in just this random rambling as he walks down the hall and takes his lift back up. Is there anything that you would like to do in that time? Or what would Kaylin be doing?
Library.
Library. His?
Yes.
You got it. And Medea.
I need to know what he's got before we go out to other libraries and
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep. And Medea.
I got some information to pass along to a certain thing.
Got it. All right. And as you depart and Theron leaves you to your own devices, we'll go ahead and take a break right there.
Okay.
Sounds good.
All right. With that, we will go ahead and take a 5-10 minute. We'll say 10-minute break. Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
Sure.
All right. I don't have a be right back sign, so I'm just gonna hit the starting soon. Wait. I got it. Yeah. We'll do that. Hello, welcome.
Hey, welcome, Banshee.
But yeah, that will be our break. We will be back in 10 minutes. Stretch, get a snack,
sure.
do some stuff, go to the bathroom, and we will return here shortly.
To that.
All right.
All right. For me, I am not really going to take a break. Welcome in, Banshee. How are you today? I hope you're doing well. You caught us at the break. For anybody that is listening and just hanging out, thank you guys so very much for just being here. I mean, I was nervous starting it off, right? This is a new adventure where we're kind of unraveling whatever this is to become. I'm so very happy with how things are turning out. I hope everybody is having fun. I'm having a blast. My beginning session jitters have finally wore off. I'm very happy about that. It was driving me up the. the beginning of it. Oh, I'm so glad. Thank you so very much for coming in and hanging out. I really do appreciate it. With episode 1, there's a lot of backstory, and for those that are sticking around during this break that we're having, I guess I can say it now, there are a lot of things that were dealt with in earlier sessions. It does feel like we started off in the beginning, or some information not touched upon, which is what I plan on rectifying by the end of this month. I am working on, or at least I'm starting on the scripts of an actual narration to fill in the backstory of how all the characters got to this point in time. The touch on Kaelin and Medea's backstory and why they're here with Theron Credulo. But it will be a more like narrative storytelling. There will be, I'm hoping that there's going to be some visuals. If you don't know, the artist that did all of the artwork for my PNG, Kaelin, Vic, not so much this Medea, but the other one, her current iteration was Serious Whimsy. If you guys want to check them out, I would highly recommend doing it. Click on the panels down below in the Convergence section, or you can click on those too. Perfect. Get a shout out for Bam as well. Serious Whimsy is a fantastic artist and has been supporting me throughout all of this endeavor. Probably one of like the VIP in my corner, pushing me to actually start this all up, and she will be helping me with the art to go along with the stories that will be put up on YouTube. So if you guys haven't already, and if you want to, head on over to my YouTube channel. It is down in the little like description in the about section on Twitch. You can also get my link, I think, in my card. I don't know. I'm trying to organize all of this, and it is so chaotic and crazy, but I'm so very happy how this turned out. It's scary. It was a scary thought to start something, and yeah, if you guys want to, or consider, if you want to follow along, I will be doing this every Saturday going forward. Convergence episode 2 will be up next week. Obviously, we're going to be continuing this crazy adventure, and I hope to see you guys there. So do consider hitting the follow. Come joining the Discord if you would like to. I mean, that's only if you want to. Yeah, I mean, this has been a crazy, wild thing. But for me, I'm going to go ahead and take a brief moment to stand up and stretch. I'll be back in a few minutes. Just going to try to cool off a little bit, and we will be right back. Hold on, let me put a thing up on the screen. I'll put a text thing. Text. We'll put BRB. And then we'll put a BRB. There you go. Okay. I don't have anything professionally made. It sucks. I haven't made anything of it, and it was, I don't know. There's a lot of things that I have on my list of things that I require. So anyways, I will be right back. Thank you guys so very much for hanging out with me today. We will be back in a few minutes. Hope to see you there. Oh, hello. Sorry, I had to stand up and stretch. Oh boy. Oh, that's not the right person. I was selected. Hold on, let me see. Almost there. We're almost done. But yeah, thank you guys so very much for hanging out today. I really do appreciate it. Again, for those that are listening, if you haven't already, if you do consider hitting the follow, joining the Discord, we're gonna be doing some more stuff. I mean, we have community D&D. So if you guys are ever hankering for some D&D, I run community sessions for anybody that is still here. I run D&D on the weekends for players, so... Oh, heck yeah. Minds of Warriors. It's like a comic book. Oh, that's awesome. That's super awesome. Oh, man. I'm gonna unmute the Discord, see if they're back. Let's see. Hello?
Oh, hello.
Hello. Just have a few more minutes, but oh my goodness. Adventure. I'm glad that the jitters left my body.
That's good.
I was so scared. Okay. I was so scared.
That's usually how session 1 goes.
We'll take this BRB. We'll take the BRB away from it.
I bet.
But once everybody, I think we have. Do I have the flip? Oh, I don't have flip on it. I'll make sure to have the there is one thing that I can have where people can add like a condition to themselves where it's like an AFK button, so you can just push AFK and then everybody comes back. Another thing, that's what I got to do. Hold on. Let me get a. Oh god, I have a whole bunch of these index cards everywhere. I just use index cards to write everything. AFK button.
I'm back, by the way.
Welcome back.
Starting. And BRB. Okie dokie. So, Vic, are you here?
Yeah, hello.
Hello. Okay. Everybody got their snacks, got a chance to stretch, got a
Heck yeah.
bathroom. Awesome. So we will go ahead and switch back. Wait, turn this, and then we'll go back to this.
The other half of the party.
The other half. I know.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to like
Can't believe you've done
Nope.
prevent us from joining up, but I
together.
need more information.
It's
That's
fine.
how D&D goes.
This
Let's be
is-
honest.
This is
I love
how
the
it plays
chaos.
out. Yep.
I'm here for the chaos. Let's go.
Yeah. All right. So, since everyone is back, we will go ahead and meet up with Vic and your
Hello.
new friend, Remy.
Yes, well, companion. Well, tour guide.
Companion friend who... Is there really,
Acquaintance.
is there really any difference? You did go with him, so...
Yeah.
You were walking for 20, 30 minutes. Eventually, the path opens up, and the walkways that you're walking on become catwalks. And the vibrant glow from beneath your feet can be seen all along the walls of this area. You remember this place. Einsamherz. The heart of Purneos. The underground, the maintenance area where all of the mechanisms that allow Purneos to survive and live are maintained. Eventually, you get out of earshot, and it opens up Remy eventually starts talking to you once again. Well, you took a shot in the dark, huh? Coming with me.
I did. And hoping it was the right choice. Eyeing him up and down.
Well, he was the right choice for some of us. I kid, I'm just kidding, I'm kidding. I know you're on edge. There's a lot to unpack here, huh?
When I came here looking for answers and wasn't able to find them before things got out of hand. Hoping that you can answer them for me.
And at this point, you're coming to what looks to be an abandoned warehouse. The stone in a little disrepair, but it's maintained well enough that there's still 4 walls and a roof. He walks in. All right. Come on inside and I'll answer any questions you might have.
Okay. It's just like a warehouse, is that what you said?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's like a 50 by 50 warehouse. You are entering from the side.
What is before I enter, what is this place?
Oh, it's an abandoned warehouse that I claimed for myself. See, people don't really come down here too often. So,
Can't imagine why.
free real estate, huh?
I suppose. I'll cautiously take a step inside.
Okay. And you enter and the large warehouse, this section that you were walking into is more quaint. It's cozy. The walls makeshift, kind of like a sectioned off area with temporary walls. It is filled with various objects, broken automata. Looks like trash to most people, but it seems to be organized in... It makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Bits and pieces of certain automata matching with another. A pile of random scraps, metal. Various gears and mechanisms and tools. Alright, well, make yourself comfortable. This is my humble abode.
Vic is just kind of walking around looking at all the pieces of automata and whatnot. And what can you tell me about Credulo? What do you know? What does he want with me?
That's something that I still am struggling to understand myself. But I know that bastard always has something. Something that he wants.
One of the locals told me that he was a collector of sorts.
Oh, he goes
He
by
was
many
collecting
names.
us EbonGuard. But
Yeah, collector, inventor, whatever you want to call him. Yes, I'm not sure why he's been collecting the EbonGuard. I'm not sure. It's been eluding me this whole time. Trying to get close enough to him is difficult, to say the least. He has eyes everywhere. He watches everything. He pays people off to give him information, so any word that leaks out always finds its way back to him.
kind of remembering back to that Warforged that I caught the attention of the guards. I presume they are on his payroll, so to speak.
Many of them are in his pockets. So is everyone. You look at the streets. How many were looking at you?
I see. I'm still kind of like checking out the pieces and bits that he has, and what about you? What are you doing with all of these?
No. Well, I like to dabble. I take things that people tend to see as trash and make something new, something useful. So I find what people discard, and he pulls out another one of those spheres. Make something like this, and he tosses it to you. You see it open the same way that it did. The one that he threw that exploded. Towards you, but the material on the inside is not there. It cracks open, and both halves land in your hands. Devices like this, I can load them with various materials, some more useful than others, and, well, let's just say it's effective deterrence.
Do you make these from discarded automata?
All of it. Scraps of automata, materials, anything that people thought there was no use of, or even things that flow freely through this world. You see the stuff down there. Do you know what that is?
Out of character, I can't remember what the fuck it's called, but...
The Verolium.
Vic kind of just nods. Indeed.
Well, you should know full well what that is. Flows through your veins. Its existence is the reason of your existence. We saw it as trash. It was used as a lubricant for a long time, until we realized that it was more of a poison. It found its way through the land and killed everything. Made it uninhabitable. You remember this area, don't you?
Of course I do. It was never this barren outside of the city. Seems it's had its way for some time now.
That's for sure. Man's overzealousness to take what they think is theirs ends up in scenarios like this. There's nothing grows here. Everything needs to be imported or brought here magically. And even then, it's unstable at best. Without the barriers around, I'm pretty sure this whole city would have collapsed. Which, honestly, the fact that there's still people in the roughs outside of the barrier living in this nightmare, beyond me.
People will always make do with what they can in order to survive.
That's for sure. People tend to find ways. They're resilient.
So tell me, why... If you don't know what Credulo wants with the EbonGuard, then how do you propose I find that information? If not going to him, myself.
There it is. You were already on the right track. I just needed to know, or at least I wanted to shoot my shot to see if you can help me.
And how may I help you?
Information. Find out what he's doing.
Mm.
I wish I can say that I can make it worth your while, but he points and looks around his area. I've not much to offer.
I expect nothing. I only seek the information. The knowledge, or what's the word? The peace of mind that he's not attempting to relive history, to have history repeat itself.
I agree.
As I'm sure you know, we were made for one purpose back then.
Yes.
And I don't want that to be the present. Nor do you, I'm sure.
No. I would love to see this city thrive and the land return. But not in the way that I feel Theron would do it. Sure, people might see him not as a savior and far from altruistic. But there's always some ulterior motive, something to be gained. He wouldn't do something out of the kindness of his own heart. No. I'm pretty sure he replaced that. That's now machine.
Theron, like when I saw him, he looked human, right?
Barely.
Barely, okay.
Part of his face, the left side, was still humanoid. And what you can gather, he was... Go ahead and make me a perception.
Sure. Dirty 20.
This individual is very similar in structure. His torso doesn't meet his legs. And you look down and at where his pant leg hits his shoes, there is a bit of a gap, and you can see metal. This is a gnome gentleman, excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
Gnomish in stature, but he's taller. But Theron the same, though his flesh has been mostly replaced by machine. Aside from part of his face, his eye on one side, the left side, and the rest is all covered, either his turtlenecks that he wears or the coat that covers the rest of him. You didn't really get to see too much of him.
Mm-hmm.
But the other half, like a brass, covers his whole head. Polished, and tubes running from the side down into his shirt in the front.
I guess to Remy then. This Theron. Yeah. When did he take over the Saxon industry, I suppose?
I would have saved about a century gone. It wasn't really much. I mean, the Credulo family was lowering, but they were part of Runia Saxum. I think it was only in recent times where he had enough, and he found a way to buy out House Set. Those at the
I
top.
believe.
Go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I assume once you gained control, prior to that, he was human, I believe, correct?
Yes. It was only in recent times where he had more and more of a fascination of replacing parts of himself into what you see.
I see. And you, looking him up and down again.
Yes. I guess you can say I dabbled. Nothing too dramatic. I'm still, and he kind of tilts the top of his shirt down. A few buttons unbuttoned. I'm still mostly me.
Kind of moving away from him again, going back to like kind of thumbing through the pieces and bits of doodads and whatnot. Not really talking to him, kind of talking around him, kind of thing. How can I put this? You mentioned before that you're certain that he has ulterior motives for finding the EbonGuard rather than just collecting them. It's in my experience that humans rarely do anything without ulterior motives, without reason for that will benefit themselves in some way. So it would not surprise me if he's still the same. His body may have changed, but his mind is still human. It would be best if we can figure out his intentions. Look around again at the warehouse here. I know where we used to be. This area used to, for lack of a better term, run Purneos. But how do I find you again if I have information for you?
He reaches into his trench coat pocket on the inside, and he pulls out a small rectangular object. You can see as these brass or copper-like veins run through. If you can find any Tetherline terminal, which pretty frequent around here, I wouldn't recommend going to the stations. But if you insert this chip, you'll have a direct line securely to me.
Right. I'll take it. It's just a little like chip of some sort.
Yeah, it looks like a have you ever seen a Pi Zero? It's just like a PCB, like a raw PCB.
Okay. Then yeah, I'll take it. It's kind of like, I don't know. I've been trying to think of like how I would carry stuff around, but I would imagine at this point he probably has a panel of some sort that's like almost magnetic, I guess, which is probably where he attaches his bike. That's the rod and whatnot. When he's not using it, so he'll kind of just stick it on that.
Yeah. Okay.
And Credulo himself. Where can I find him without going back to that tether station?
Well, you can make yourself available topside. There's a few ways you can go about it, obviously. Depends upon how you want to go about it. You can either make a stink somewhere, make your presence known, eventually it'll get back to him. I would say the easiest route would be to join the Golden Sippy, but that has contractual obligations that I would probably stay away from. They market themselves as a great adventuring opportunity, but they don't really... They get you with the fine print that no one, for some reason, ever warns anyone else about.
I see.
Oh, this would be fun. You can make your way through his compound directly. He does have one of the lifts under his house. Can be accessed from here. I don't know how well you'll fare, but I'm sure if you make your way directly there into his hands, I'm sure he wouldn't say no, but there's no trail.
Perhaps a little of column A and a little column C. I go straight there and, well, cause a scene.
Make a stink on his estate? Oh, I love it. I absolutely love it.
Then I'm sure he would like to investigate promptly, I would imagine.
Of course. You probably would step foot and immediately his automata would be on you.
That's the goal, I believe, no?
So, take the lift and
Where
make a
can
sting?
I find this lift? Yes.
Oh. I'll go ahead and, if you'd like. And he points at your chest. I know we've just met, but I know my way around your kind. I can give you a direct path. Or I can write it out. He holds up a small chip. And you've seen these before.
Yeah.
They're not something that you can, to your kind, it is harmless. It's
This
not
is the
something
direct
that is
route.
like right away, like a writable thing. There's nothing that
Right.
can do.
Yeah. But this is the direct route.
The most direct from here, yeah.
Sure. Let's get this over with.
Now, when you say you want to make a bit of a stink, what are we talking about?
You said it's his compound has plenty of automata, correct?
Yes.
Are they there of their own volition, or are they under his control?
Most automata lack the sentience as you do. They are
Right.
everything that they thought you were without the mind. So they follow strict codes, commands.
Mm-hmm.
Easily manipulated.
Well then. My plan if you can call it that. Take this direct route. And then there are what's the best way to describe this? Well, let's say what comes after will be not easily ignored. If you, as the DM, would like to know, I was planning on raging when I get out of it, but I'm seeing what happens on the wild magic.
Okay, all right.
Not necessarily when I hit anything, but
Yeah.
yeah.
All right.
But yeah, something I've developed in recent years more, that if I so choose, or if certain things cause me to lash out, let's say, that I become passionate for, that's a better way to put it, then these runes you see seem to have different effects.
I like it. Can I add a little bit to it? A little bit of spice.
Oh, I do like spice.
He tosses you another one, not clicking it this time, keeping the rings locked in. Tosses you an orb.
Okay. And this will cause any harm?
Not to you, but when the automata come around, let's just say they're clustered up, toss it up into the air. It'll cause enough of a ruckus around them that will probably make them go crazy for a little bit. Just for a bit, until their programming comes to.
I see. I'll see what I can do. Sounds like some good flair.
I like it. I like you.
I hope I've put my trust in the right place.
I hope so too.
So.
He just kind of sits back, smiles, nods his head, and waves you away.
All right. I guess I'll use this chip to get directly where I need to go.
All right. There's a slot on the side. SD card, if you will. Into the side. Immediately, the paths and what remains. You remember a lot of this, but the layout of Einsamherz returns to you. And you see some of the paths now grayed out. And the direct path to the maintenance hatch that leads into the Credulo estate lights up, and you can see. You know exactly where to go.
I'll look back at him real quick. This is quite handy. Much appreciated.
I like to tinker.
And I'll take off down the path. Or to the path.
Oh. I figured out before you leave, I figured out what I can do for you. You help me, I'll help you. There's a few things that I've been working on that someone of your status probably get a kick out of. So when we come back together, well, I'll have something for you. Something fun.
Kind of gives a nod. Turns back around and takes off.
All right. You make your way through Einsamherz, heading towards the lift to take you to the Credulo estate. In the meantime, Medea and Kaylin,
Hi.
what are you doing? We'll start with Medea first.
Well, I'm having a bit of a discussion with a object of mine, mostly explaining what just happened. A lot of confusion. Something about the mentioning a Cirilla site thing, and seeing all the colors, and about just like these random memories that flashed in my head, but I just couldn't seem to recall them, and just being generally confused.
Okay. For now, it doesn't say anything. You don't hear any responses. You find comfort into it.
This is normal.
Is there anything that you would like to do in the meantime? Like,
Hide
this
from
is
Credulo.
nighttime currently. Hide from... Okay. You got it. Alrighty. Kaylin, you're making your way to the library.
Yes.
And you're not used to books of this nature. As you enter the room, it is very boxy. It's a square, but it goes down. You see one square in one level. It goes down 5 levels. Thousands and thousands of books. More knowledge than you've ever consumed in your lifetime, and you don't even think you could get through half of what's here. Even if you spent the rest of your life reading. What do you do?
Are there any automata around?
The area is extremely loud and noisy. This is the first time you've ever seen this many automata together. On each layer, thousands stacked upon themselves, each of them scanning and reading through books. You could just hear the whirring of machine around you in this room.
Is there anyone who can help me find something?
And one of them rolls up. Oh, yes, sir. How can I help you?
Oh, hello. I'm looking for some information. You help?
Sure. What are you looking for?
Well, I was wondering if there are any books on prehistory, I suppose.
Prehistory. Is that correct?
Yes.
You see the eyes start to light up and scan. Please input specifics on prehistory. And you hear your voice repeated back. He says prehistory.
I guess to do with planets and moons?
Go ahead and roll me a D100 and high or low this.
Oh god.
Oh, you already looked at it. Do it again. High or low and then roll again.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, no problem.
Let's do low.
Good luck. Ooh.
Damn.
I'm not pulling up a book with those parameters. I can find you books on planets and stars. Is that satisfactory?
Yes, I suppose.
And you see his eyes flicker. And after a few moments, another automata rolls up with a book in hand. If this is all you need for now, sir, you can take your book, and as long as it remains here, we will have no problem. Is that satisfactory?
Is there anywhere to sit out of character that I can see?
Yeah, there's
Okay.
all along the railings that prevent people from just falling off these platforms. There are just like rows and rows of like mahogany, very highly polished tables and bench-style seating.
Does it smell of rich mahogany?
Oh my god. Yes. Yes.
Okay, excellent. Credulo is obviously kind of a big deal.
Are there any
Yes,
other
Dad.
books you are looking for, sir?
As it happens, yes. Do you have anything on crap, what was the substance called?
Which one? The
The-
solid or the liquid?
The waste product.
Viralium.
Viralium. Any books on Viralium?
Yes, there are, sir. There are... And he pauses for a moment. 125 books associated with Viralium.
Oh. Effects on the body?
There is 2 books on the effects of Viralium on the body.
Sounds good. Could I take a look at those as well?
You can hear the whirring of the machines. And a few moments later, 2 books carried by another automaton towards you.
Oh, and one last request. You wouldn't happen to have anything written by A. Ferris, would you? The author?
I don't believe we have anything at this facility, sir.
Fine, I'm just
Records
just
show
checking.
that we have it, but it is no longer there.
Where did it go?
I shall check. Unknown.
Quite a shame. All right, I'll get started with these. Thank you.
He rolls away. Glad to be of assistance, sir. So, with books in hand, you start to scan through. Will take you a while to read, as these books are large, and the 2 specifically on Viralium. Just scanning through the title page, and The main thing that stands out is the author. Theron Credulo. The effects of Viralium on the body. And the other, the benefits. But with the machines whirring and you with having books in front, you sit down at the table and go to work. At this point, we'll return back to Vic. You make your way to the lift. It's right in front of you.
He stepped away for a moment.
Oh, he did? He's busy back. He's not back?
Oh, he said he returned. Unless he left.
No. I can hear him walking around. That's all.
Oh.
How
Welcome.
dare you?
I'll let him know he's up.
Yeah. Unless Medea has something she would like to do.
Actually, this could be fun. All of his automata, they're rolling around, right?
They are a lot more scarce than they normally are. You're not 100% sure where they are. But there are a few.
I'd like to have some fun setting up a rope kind of low to the ground, not easy to see, just kind of see how many I can catch.
Oh my god, okay. Go ahead and make me a sleight of hand.
Okay. Let's go. Please don't roll a 7. Thank you.
It's not bad. You take a bit of time to set up this strange automata trap across the hallway outside of your room. But in the meantime, we'll go ahead and head over to Vic.
Hello.
You are outside of the lift.
Okay. What do I see?
It is a simple maintenance hatch within a small confined room. It seems to be on the outs, like on one of the edges of the warehouses, but this one does not seem to be in disrepair. The area around this warehouse is actually well kept, though nothing guarding it.
Okay. And the path that it was laid out for me just led me here.
Yes.
Interesting. Any like actual houses in sight or like a courtyard of sorts?
Next to the warehouse, you are in a line of multiple warehouses. That is, you are in like one block. You can look around, feel your way through Einsam Herz, but that is up to you.
You said there's nobody around right now.
No.
That won't do.
But you are down, so you're still down below.
Wait, I thought this was supposed to take me like to a direct route to Credulo's
Yeah, you haven't
place.
taken the lift up.
Oh,
Yeah.
Well, then-
Einsam
okay,
Herz is underground.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
gotcha. I understand.
Yeah.
I understand. This
Yeah.
took me to the lift.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, gotcha. Then yes, I will take the lift up.
Okay. You enter the lift, and several buttons are on the side panel as you close just the safety grate, so people don't fall out as it goes up. The very old kind of like accordion style,
Like
mesh
freight
around it.
elevator kind of thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, you push the button to go up, and you start to ascend. Takes a while. gets a little claustrophobic, but I'm pretty sure you don't have any. I don't know, unless you're claustrophobic. The stone walls aside start to close in, and everything goes dark aside from a faint amber glow above your head. Takes about 10 minutes to finally come to a stop.
Okay. I open up the doors and whatnot, and before I look out, I want to see, or before I step out, rather, I want to look and see where I'm at.
Okay. You look around, and in this area, it's a very nicely carved wood paneling walls. It's a small, kind of 5 foot by 6 foot room. Mm-hmm. No windows. The floor tiled with marble, cut like giant slabs, polished very finely. Chandelier rests in the center as the roof's being steepled. It hangs down really nicely detailed chandelier with crystals hanging off. Small, but it fits the area, giving a soft, faint glow that you can see reflecting off the highly polished surface of the ground. Single door at the front.
Okay. Anybody around?
In this small room, no. Nothing.
Okay.
And as soon as you in there, there's nothing around.
That still won't do. I will, I'll go through the door that's in front of me then. Am I able to send the lift back down actually first before I step out of it?
Yes, you can.
And yeah, I'll send it back down first.
All right.
Just cause.
Okay. You close it and you push the button on the outside. It sends it back down.
Okay. And then, kind of looking around at the well-polished area. I'm like, well, this doesn't quite fit everything else I was in, so maybe I'm in the right spot. I'll go through the door.
Okay. You open the door and you are greeted with a square room. You see thousands of automata. Books lining the walls. Are you just casually walking out, or are you trying to be stealthy as you exit this door?
Oh, fuck. No, I'm not trying to be stealthy.
Oh, you
just
walk out.
Walking out.
Immediately, you hear from dozens around you, unauthorized personnel, and an alarm goes off.
Well, this will do nicely. I would like to rage.
All right. Now,
see what this actually does.
Yeah, go ahead and do your wild magic thing.
It's not letting me do that, so I will have to do it manually.
Yes.
Do
you have the list of things that it can do?
I do indeed.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, fuck.
One.
Yeah, I think that one's one. Hold on.
What is happening?
Oh, yes. How many of these automata are within 30 feet of me?
At this point, as some of them are rushing to detain you, hundreds. They pretty much they can surround you in this whole area. They are small, so they don't need they can stack. And some of them are flying.
So, as I'm standing there, I open the door, this alarm goes off, I yell, Credulo! Oh, and as I do, I think it's on my neck. Double check. Hold on. Yes. No, on my shoulders, the runes light up, and all around me, these shadowy, like, they look like shadows, but they've got like little energy within them, kind of emanate from my shoulders. And each creature within 30 feet of me must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or take necrotic damage.
Oh god, okay. I'm just gonna make one roll, because I'm not gonna... Yeah.
100 sleepy. You got this.
Is a Constitution saving throw?
Constitution, yes.
13?
8 plus proficiency plus Constitution. So 12 plus Constitution is 14.
Oh god, yeah.
14 is the DC. So they all take 1d12 necrotic damage. So they all take 9 necrotic damage, but all these tendrils are just like just wildly swinging around outside my shoulders as I continue to try to walk through these automata.
Oh boy, oh boy. Yeah, you unleash this energy around you as hundreds of these automata just fall and cease moving, crashing and clanging of metal on stone floor. Kaylin, you hear a ruckus down below your feet. As there is something happening below you, as sirens blare.
Did I hear before this commotion, did I hear the voice?
You heard Credulo as it echoes through this chamber, the library that you sit in.
No, but before that, the alarm voice, like intruder detected.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, when that happens, just FYI, I would have, Kaylin would have looked up and gone.
Got it
What?
down.
What?
Oh, you're looking
got
up.
Permission though. I've got permission though.
But you see as hundreds of the automata that are on your level start to go down, and some of them flying down through the center of this library. But,
Okay, I'll look over the rail. I want to see what's going on.
and you see, as you said, tendrils, right? Correct, Vic?
Yeah.
Tendrils lash out as
Shadowy energy tendrils, yes.
this shadow energy, this orb of energy lashing out on hundreds of the automata, falling, unmoving. You look down, and eventually the black energy fades away, and you see a... Describe yourself.
So Vic is a tall warforged, obviously. Currently, his eyes are glowing. Actually, no, because it's this one. They'll be like a thick black obsidian is how they look right now, with like other red gems throughout. On his shoulders, you can see the runes on a set of runes on each shoulder that are glowing a bright white. But for the most part, he's gold, white, and black because of his eyes. Just stomping his way through these automata.
You see that as the chaos ensues below on the bottom floor of the library. And we'll go ahead and end the session right there.
For the record, also, you don't see any actual weapons on him. It's just the tendrils at the moment.
I'm
Excellent.
so glad I set up that trap now, because there's gonna be so many automata going that
Oh,
way,
yeah.
not paying attention.
In that moment, Medea, you see, like, you start to hear the sirens, and as you, like, peek through the crack of your door, you see dozens of the automata just, like, roll, not even pay attention to it, trip, and then skid across the floor. Just
Oh hell
pick
yeah!
themselves up and then continue rolling. But it's just like a flow until the rope breaks. But it is dozens of them.
Best date ever.
Yeah. But yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. This was the last place I expected an illegal cliffhanger to show up.
Well, we will pick up again on Saturday.
Hey.
Hell yeah.
Yep. I hope
Thank
you
you
guys
for
had
session.
fun. Did you have fun?
Yes.
Of course. Of course.
That was really good,
It's been
actually.
a long
Yeah.
time waiting.
All right.
So it was really well done.
Worth the wait.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm so sorry it took me so long. There was just so many hang-ups and then things just happened.
Yeah.
But
You should be. You should be sorry.
I know.
but it happened. We are
But
here now.
we're here.
And it's going.
Yeah.
Well, now that we know that what we've been missing, you should be really sorry.
Look.
You made us wait. This is awesome.
Sleepy. Bruh.
I was building anticipation just as you were losing interest. I brought you back in. Now
You
we'll be
fucking
back.
Succeeded.
We'll be back in March, everybody. Thank you guys so very much for the first episode
Sleepy, we're
of
gonna have a talk.
Convergence.
God, you should write webtoons. You'd be good at it.
My heart can't take this.
Oh man. No, I'm kidding. We will be back
Oh, thank you.
on Saturday. Thank you guys for joining me today. It was super fun. I'm glad you had fun. I had a blast. Okay, Henny, that's toxic as shit.
Sorry, just so I don't waste the thing that he gave me. One of the tendrils will reach out and smack the ball that I throw in the air as well.
Oh yeah, and you do see as it opens up, a small little point of light radiates, and you just see as this one ring lines the walls and just all the way up, and you just see an energy. At that point, the sirens are blaring, but you now start to see other automata around starting to do crazy things. Some of them are flipping through books, others are just throwing them around. There are hundreds of the automata taking flight and bumping into one another.
This is the best day ever.
Yeah.
Excellent.
So, anyways, thank you guys so very much. This was, we will return to this chaos next episode of Convergence.
Awesome.
Later, everybody.
Yeah.
Thank you for DMing.
Thank
for
Thank
DMing.
you for
much.
joining.
Bye-bye for
See you
now.
guys
See you all
later.
next Saturday.
Yeah, for sure.
Bye.
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 Alrighty. And Osorio, welcome in. Long time no see. I hope you're doing well. My goodness, how fun. I had so much fun. I hope those that were listening and hanging out for this times don't line up well. Got it. No, I understand. I mean, if you could ever make these ones, I will be streaming in the evenings, and it will be going up on YouTube. Thank you guys so very much for hanging out with me today. I really do appreciate it. Smash the button. I appreciate it. I really hope you guys had fun. I've been talking about wanting to start a campaign, and this was the intro session, the session 1 that hopefully kicks off many sessions down the road. I don't want to promise anything, but you guys are here for the first one. Once this one starts to roll and get going, I want to have other sessions going at the same time. Oh, I hope you had fun. Thank you so very much for coming in. I really do appreciate it. Does that? Amazing. Yes, questions, I have answers. Now's the time. If you guys have questions, if you guys want to know anything, I will be more than happy to fill it in. Next session, TPK, maybe. We'll see. We'll see. It was, oh God. There was a lot of things that went into this. I had a long time to think about it. And I'm so very glad that you guys were here to hang out during the very first session. This is going to be every Saturday at 4 p.m. PST. If you guys don't know that, you can convert it. If you want to know when I will have the schedule posted in the Discord, so make sure that you are there if you haven't already. Do consider following. Come join. We are growing. I want to add more content to it. We're going to have more sessions. Arrived since still my backup. Wait. Still my backup character. Say that again, please. Please say. Please explain that again. I know you're working, but please explain that. But for those, if you are here and you haven't already, please hit the follow. Come join. We have more D&D. We're going to be doing some community D&D. So if you guys want to sign up for that, that is tomorrow. We only have 2 people signed up. So if you would like to join, we are going to be doing a two-person. Oh yeah, Rive still. Did Theron have anything to do with her Warforged line? Maybe. I mean, that could be something that is a potential. Considering that Vixis is very much along the lines of humanoid, more humanoid than other Warforged, possibly. And I mean, one day we can entertain that storyline. There's a lot more story to come. There's so much stuff to happen. I'm so very glad that you guys joined me today. I had such a blast doing this. I don't even know why I was nervous. Yeah. I guess with that, I mean I don't want to rush it. Would you guys like to stick around? Let's find another crew to raid. Well, you know, we had a raid earlier, and those that were sticking around, we'll pass it forward. So we'll keep this going into the night. So if you guys want to stick around, let's see if there's another D&D crew that I would bring into. Let's see, retro. We gotta find English, right? Because I'm English. Escape from the Shadowfell. I like the Shadowfell. I don't know. Let's just randomly choose. Here we go. So if you guys would like, please stick around for the raid. Is this correct, please? Plays games. Is that right? Did I do that correctly? There we go. Anyways, thank you guys so very much for hanging out. I really do appreciate it. Again, thank you for coming in. Come join the Discord. We have some D&D tomorrow. There's only going to be 2 players, so if you guys want to do that, you have up until the time the session rolls through to join. If not, we will see you again. There's going to be more community D&D in the future. But until then, ladies and gentlemen, everyone in between, thank you so much for hanging out with me. Have a good night. Have a great day. Have a great evening wherever you are from. Just have a good one, okay? And we will be right back on Saturday. Thank you, guys. Bye.